Freedom is the offspring of discipline, whispered the winds carrying the voice of George S. Patton Jr. Have you ever paused to ponder the intricate dance of discipline that shapes the tapestry of our existence? Come, let us traverse into the mystical realm of the samurais and uncover the secret of their Ichini. In the fabled universe of the samurai, Ichini is the sun that lights their world, their one intention. This principle, a golden thread woven into the fabric of their lives, was the compass guiding their every action, every decision. Ichini is the North Star in their stormy sea, a singular laser-like focus guiding one's actions towards a chosen harbor. To the samurais, Ichini was more than a mere word. It was their life's symphony. It was the testament of their steadfast commitment to their life's purpose. It was the unheard melody that resonated within their hearts as they swayed their lethal katanas, confronted their nemesis, as the mundanity of their daily life unfolded. Consider the hum of the legendary samurai Miyamoto Musashi, acclaimed for his unmatched skill, a warrior poet whose canvas was the battlefield, his brush a sword, undefeated in the dance of death. His Ichini was to be the maestro of the lethal ballet of the blade. In his pursuit of this dance divine, he birthed a dual-wielding technique, breaking away from the shackles of the traditional one-handed style. This innovative dance was the reflection of his lucid intention, his Ichini, which propelled him to challenge the status quo and rewrite the codex of combat. In the same vein, the warrior queen of samurais, Tomo Gozen, renowned for her valor and prowess in battle, had an Ichini that sang the song of loyalty and courage to her clan. Her devotion to this intention was so profound, her saga of bravery still echoes through the ages, inspiring hearts and stirring souls. In the grand theatre of our lives, Ichini beckons us to unearth our purpose, our raison d'être. It whispers in our ear, what is it that sets your heart ablaze? What intention shall be the compass guiding your actions, your decisions? When we define our Ichini, we, akin to the samurais, can pledge allegiance to our purpose and sail through life with unwavering resolve and clear vision. As we dance with the samurai's rhythm of discipline, we discover that it begins with a lucid intention, an Ichini. As it was said by the wise samurai philosopher Yamamoto Tsunetomo, the intention is the mother of all actions. So, dear listener, set sail towards the horizon of our intentions today. Moving on to the next level of discipline, we explore Shugyo, the samurai's rigorous training regimen. At the heart of samurai discipline lies the concept of Shugyo, a Japanese term that translates roughly as arduous training. This isn't your everyday workout or study session. It's a commitment to pushing your boundaries day in and day out in pursuit of mastery. Picture the samurai rising before the sun, dedicating countless hours to perfecting the art of the sword. Every stroke, every movement is a testament to their dedication. But the samurai's training goes beyond mere physical prowess. It's about refining the mind and the spirit too. They understood that to truly master their craft, they needed to embrace the process fully. Shugyo is about consistency and progressive overload. It's about showing up, even when you don't feel like it, even when progress seems elusive. It's about adding just a little more weight, just a few more reps, or just a bit more time each day. These incremental improvements over time lead to profound transformation. The samurai didn't train for the sake of training, they trained for the sake of becoming better, of reaching a state of perfection. They trained to become one with their sword, their mind and their spirit. This is Shugyo. It's about embracing the process, not just the end result. It's about understanding that the path to mastery is a journey, not a destination. Just as the samurai did, we too can embrace Shugyo in our own lives. Whether we're learning a new skill, working towards a goal, or simply trying to better ourselves, the principles of Shugyo can guide us. It's not about being the best, it's about being better than we were yesterday. And so we find that Shugyo is more than just a training regimen. It's a philosophy, a way of life. It's about pushing our limits, embracing the struggle and finding joy in the journey. Let's take a leaf from the samurai's book. Let's embrace the process, the struggle, the journey. Because, as Miyamoto Musashi, one of the most famous samurai in history, once said, "The journey is the reward." So embrace the process. Now, let's venture into the realm of the mind with Shinsei, the samurai's mental discipline. As we delve deeper into the world of the samurai, we encounter the concept of Shinsei, a term that signifies mental toughness. This is not merely about physical strength or martial prowess, it is about cultivating a mind that is unyielding, focused and resilient. The samurai engaged in various practices to hone their mental toughness. Among these is meditation, specifically Zazen. This seated meditation technique was a cornerstone of Zen Buddhism, a philosophy that deeply influenced samurai culture. Through Zazen, the samurai learned to quiet their minds, to find inner stillness amidst chaos. This allowed them to maintain composure in the heat of battle, to think clearly under pressure, and ultimately to make decisions that could mean life or death. Visualization was another key practice. The samurai would visualize themselves in various scenarios, imagine potential outcomes, and mentally rehearse their responses. This mental rehearsal prepared them for real-life situations, enhancing their ability to respond swiftly and effectively. Finally, there was breath control, a seemingly simple yet powerful practice. By focusing on their breath, the samurai were able to anchor themselves in the present moment. This steady, rhythmic breathing not only calmed the mind, but also fortified the body, supplying it with the oxygen needed for peak performance. These practices, meditation, visualization, and breath control, were not separate. They were interconnected, reinforcing one another. Together, they formed the basis of Shinsei, the cultivation of mental toughness that was integral to the samurai's way of life. But Shinsei is not just for warriors of the past. You too can incorporate these practices into your daily life, enhancing your focus, resilience, and inner strength. You can learn to quiet your mind amidst the noise of the modern world, to visualize your goals and the steps to achieve them, to control your breath and anchor yourself in the present. As Buddha said, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. So, cultivate mental toughness. Next, we delve into Jiritsu, the samurai's embodiment of self-control. In the world of the samurai, self-control wasn't just a nice-to-have trait, it was an absolute necessity. It meant the difference between life and death, honor and disgrace. Jiritsu involves several aspects, including emotional management, impulse control, and responsible behavior. Emotional management is about being in control of your feelings, not letting them control you. It's about knowing when to express emotion and when to keep it in check. In the samurai's world, an unchecked emotion could lead to an unnecessary duel or a reckless decision on the battlefield. Impulse control, another aspect of Jiritsu, is about resisting the urge to act on every whim or desire. A samurai couldn't afford to be impulsive, as each action had consequences. An impulsive action could lead to a missed strike or a careless mistake, with fatal results. Responsible behavior is the third pillar of Jiritsu. The samurai were expected to act with integrity and honor, taking responsibility for their actions and their consequences. This wasn't just about personal accountability, it was about maintaining the honor of their family, their lord, and their entire clan. These principles were not just philosophical concepts, but were put into practice in their daily lives. A famous example is the story of the samurai Musashi Miyamoto. It is said that he once missed a strike during a duel because he let his anger get the best of him. Recognizing his mistake, he took control of his emotions, steeled his resolve, and went on to win the duel. This was a practical application of Jiritsu in action. The samurai's mastery of Jiritsu is a lesson for us all. It teaches us to stay calm under pressure, to think before we act, and to take responsibility for our actions. Remember, as Kaibara Eken said, self-control is the root of all virtues. So embody self-control. Finally, we explore Shippai, the samurai's perspective on failure. In the samurai's world, failure was seen not as a setback, but as a vital part of the journey to mastery. The term Shippai doesn't simply mean failure. It carries a deeper connotation of a mistake or a misstep, something that can be learned from and corrected. In the heart of a samurai, failure was never an endpoint, but a teacher, a guide. The samurai understood that the path to perfection was not a straight line, but a winding road filled with obstacles and setbacks. Each failure was merely a sign that there was still more to learn, more to understand. This perspective is illustrated vividly in the life of the legendary samurai Miyamoto Musashi. Despite his reputation as an unbeatable warrior, Musashi did not win all his battles. He tasted defeat, he experienced failure, but instead of letting his failures define him, Musashi learned from them. He analyzed his mistakes, adjusted his techniques, and emerged stronger and more skilled after each defeat. It's through this lens that the samurai viewed failure, as a stepping stone, an opportunity for growth. They believed that it's only through experiencing failure that one can truly understand success. After all, how can you appreciate the peak of a mountain if you've never been in the valley? Failure, in the samurai's philosophy, was not something to be feared or avoided, but embraced. It was a part of the process, a part of the journey, and like a loyal companion, it was always there, pushing them to strive for more, to reach for higher heights. In the words of the great samurai Yagyu Munenori, there is no failure, only feedback. This encapsulates the essence of Shippai, the samurai's perspective on failure. It teaches us that every failure, every mistake, every misstep is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to become better. Remember, failure is not the end, but a stepping stone to success. Now that we have explored the key samurai techniques, let's summarize our journey. Our journey began with Ichini, the art of setting your intention. The samurai believed that every action should be driven by a clear, singular purpose. This principle teaches us to focus our energy on what truly matters, avoiding unnecessary distractions. As Yamamoto Tsunetomo once said, the intention is the foundation of all actions. Next, we delved into Shugyo, the embodiment of embracing the process. The samurai's rigorous training regimen reminds us of the importance of consistent practice and progressive overload. It's about understanding that true progress comes from relentless, tireless effort. As Miyamoto Musashi put it, the journey is the reward. We then explored Shinsei, the cultivation of mental toughness. Through practices like meditation, visualization, and breath control, the samurai honed their focus, resilience, and inner strength. These techniques can be used today to enhance our mental fortitude, reminding us that, as Buddha said, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. The fourth technique, Jiritsu, embodies self-control. The samurai emphasized self-regulation, emotional management, impulse control, and responsible behavior. By mastering this principle, we can gain control over our actions and reactions, living by Kaibara Eken's words that self-control is the root of all virtues. Finally, we looked at Shippai, the samurai's approach to failure. The samurai saw failure not as a setback, but as an opportunity for growth and learning. This mindset can help us face challenges with courage and resilience, turning every failure into a stepping stone towards success. Each of these techniques offers powerful insights into the samurai's approach to discipline, providing practical tools that we can use in our daily lives. To master discipline like the samurai, we must set clear intentions, embrace the process, cultivate mental toughness, embody self-control, and see failures as opportunities for growth. But remember, mastery is not a destination but a journey. It's about constant growth, learning and evolution. It's about the relentless pursuit of excellence, day in and day out. And most importantly, it's about embodying the spirit of the samurai, the spirit of discipline, courage and honor. So take these lessons to heart. Practice them daily, and watch as you transform not just your actions, but your mindset, your attitude, and your life. So, are you ready to walk the path of the samurai and master discipline in your life?